waits. He jumps over top of him, and he's got a touchdown.
Did not see that coming.
He gets 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 on his feet still, and he's gone for a 90-yard carry.
Put that on your highlight reel.
From 45 yards out.
There's the turnover.
And a great ball. It's complete for a touchdown.
Hello and welcome to APS-IS's coverage of Akron City Series football as we get back to the basics here. The gridiron here at Joseph Yost Stadium here in Ellet. The brand new field provided by their partnership with the Cleveland Browns, AstroTurf, and it looks fantastic from our vantage point here. Dave Schick and Joe Bukansky will be calling this game for you as the East Dragons come in against the Firestone Falcons. And both of these teams having about 2 weeks' time to get prepared for the season as the board makes the decision late to have this football season. And they are excited down there as I talked with both coaches prior to the game, and we'll get to those interviews during the breaks. But getting back to the basics here as we have two teams ready to kick off here in a beautiful evening here in September.
Yeah, as you said, back to the basics will be the key with the lost reps over this whole summer and even into fall season, Dave. It's going to be keeping it simple and trying to minimize mistakes, taking care of the football. That's going to be the key here in this sprint shortened season in which we're going to be talking about playoffs here in a couple of weeks. So stay healthy, take care of the football, and get back to basics. But I know these teams are chomping at the bit to get it going.
Yeah, and both of these teams should be kind of at the same disadvantage, as you could say, with the short season and the restrictions that have been put out through everybody. Each coach is going to have their face mask on, which, when we're talking with them before the game, hasn't hampered too much. The kick is off and the season is underway. The ball is dropped and it'll be picked up at about the 22-yard line as he recovers his own fumble, and the Dragons will start over from there. Looking for the Dragons to get Eric Hawley going, their junior quarterback that should be coming in to start them off. Not exactly the return game they wanted, but they'll start off with it. Now, a little different than we've seen in years past is we'll try to pick up these nuances for you that each team brings out their own ball. So that's why you saw number 54 bring out their own football, and that's Daquan Sanders, the center.
And the ref's going to mark it with a beanie to actually take it back to the huddle with him.
Mm-hmm. Motion coming to the top of your screen.
Yep.
And it looks like,
as we mentioned, those are the thing. Timing is going to. We saw it at the pro level and the college level in their first 2 weeks of action, so you're definitely going to see it here at the high school level, Dave.
Yeah, and Holly trying to get the play in here, and they'll start from a little farther back. It seems like there could be some advantages to having the ball with you, especially as we get into the colder months. You can keep it in your hand, keep it warm, instead of the officials, clear the snow and stuff out of it. No mud or grass clippings here on this field as they've gone to the artificial turf, so it's going to be very quick as they look to hand off right side. Met at the line of scrimmage, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, and he'll get taken down, a gain of 2 on the run. And that's going to be Gibraltar Dodwell. So Dodwell with a little bit of space on the right side to get going and gets his first rush for 2 yards.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Firestone defense there. 2nd and 14.
I gotta switch this. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dowdell there on the carry, but a good pursuit by this Firestone defense, who has definitely been rebuilding last couple of years, looking to get things going. Split backfield now. They're going to give it to the second back through. It's Dowdell again.
And he's having a nice gain of about 6. So set up a long 3rd down situation, 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, we got about half of it back there.
Looking to see whether they get the senior Dennis Reynolds the ball here, number 4. He's listed as their tight end, but he's been in motion a lot. And certainly with his size, could be a big target here for a short hit of a 1st down. Dakota Taylor up at the top of your screen, number 10. Down at the bottom is going to be Leatherwood as he goes out. Handoff, no. Yes, he does have it. He's got a first down around the left side.
Good call, partner.
And gets it going for about a 10-yard gain. And that's Ronan Kelly.
Kelly, good run to get their first down of the ball game.
Yeah, a gain of 10 gets him to the 37-yard line.
And they had a chance at him, that the Firestone defense in the backfield. They couldn't secure it. Slipped that one arm tackle, and then he got that second level.
Wide receiver at the bottom of your screen is going to be Cameron Cozy. Under center is Holly. Looks to hand off straight up the middle. Has good speed. Has 10 and 13 yards on that carry. A bit of burst on Dodell.
Nice push by the right side of that east line.
Good explosion coming through there. And they set up quickly for another play right away. Split back formation, has a man running off, so they'll have a penalty flag. Called timeout just in time.
That's what going quick sometimes does. Catch the defense on their heels, and East shows that change. Even though they don't throw the ball a heck of a lot, they can show that change of pace by going to that. And Marcus Hayes now in his 9th year already, partner, at East. I can remember when he took the job. He's done nothing but a fantastic job here, City Series champs. 2 out of the last 3 seasons.
So 0-0 with 9:22 left here in the first quarter here from Joseph Yost Stadium. Good nutrition is an important part of leading a healthy lifestyle, and that's why no student attending Akron Public Schools goes hungry. Breakfast, lunch, and snack every day is all free. Learn more at Akron, how Akron empowers their students at akronschools.com. Also want to let you know that APS-IS thanks the Children's Hospital Sports Medicine for their support of Akron schools and athletics. Children's Sports Medicine, treating all athletes regardless of age, skill level, or sport. Start your recovery today at Children's Hospital Sports Medicine. So the timeout saves the penalty and sets up first down and 10. I formation is where the Dragons go into. It's still slow to settle in are the Falcons. In that backfield, you're going to have Williams, who can't tell whether he got the ball from our vantage point here. Has a good gain of about 7. Dotto again.
And they're leaning on.
A good block by.
They're leaning on the 5'10" senior right now.
Brandon Gates, their fullback. And they set up again in the I formation. Gates gives him a hole, and he runs right through it. Dotto. He'll have 7 on that one and gives him a first down again.
Simple football. We're going to run it off tackle and follow our fullback and stop us.
Well, it's those little things that you've been able to practice. They don't go away. Timing of running the ball is running the ball.
I've only seen him run a couple plays, and why not? Now Dowdell going to get a little breathe. Oh, cramp.
And this is what we thought we could potentially see is a short conditioning season, even though they were doing stuff in the summer. Once you get to it, it's going to be potentially a little different, as down right now is Eric Cozy, their tight end, and he'll be attended to here. Want to let you know that dual degrees are an efficient and affordable way to get your high school diploma and 2 years of college under your belt all at one time. The Akron Early College, High School, and dual degree learning is only at Akron Public Schools. Your future starts now at akronschools.com. We also want to thank APS-IS thanks Swenson's Drive-In for their support of Akron schools and athletics. Swenson's Drive-In, home of the Galley Boy, America's best cheeseburger. Open all year long. Come get your Galley Boy today.
Oh, that sounds good, right?
Oh, my gosh, it does. Suggestive sell. And he's going to slowly come off the field. It looks a little more than a cramp.
For sure.
Looks like an ankle turn.
Yep.
So gingerly coming off, but we certainly wish him well. Looks like bringing in for them as well as Dalian Busey, the wide receiver, number 11's at the bottom of your screen. They bring back in Dennis Reynolds at the tight end of that right spot. Eric Holly turns, hands the ball off, goes right side, stiff arm, but can't get away from him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle was number 10. A nice job there. And Ron and Kelly with a gain of nothing.
Lee on the tackle for the Falcons, and a nice job there on first down by them. Brings up a 2nd and 10. They're going to go back to Dowdell.
Yeah, good blocking so far by the offensive line on a good amount of these series. That one, nowhere to go once they handed the ball off. In an offset I formation. Looks like, no, I'm sorry, split back. He turns, looks like he's going to pass, has the left side open, some separation towards the end zone, and just overthrown. Can't tell who that pass was to. I want to say it was Tristan Thompson. I can't tell as he runs back here, but that's going to set up a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah. Good ball, good route, just a little bit overthrown, and I mean just slightly.
And those timing things are the main things that we see as an issue. Is that number 6? Is that a 6, Joe? Or an 8? It's got to be a 6. He plays running back. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
6. So Holly on the intention. His first target. First incomplete for Holly. 3rd down and 10 now. As they look to hand the ball off right side. Get around the corner. Cuts back inside. Still on his feet. Big hit. Just short of the first down. And he got about 8. But he did not get away from that tackle that stopped him. Who ran that, Joe?
That was, man,
is that
technical difficulties. That was
Dan
number
Rogers?
6.
Number
Roman
6.
Kelly.
Okay.
I'll give him 7.
All right. So 4th down and short, and the offense stays on the field. I don't think that was 6. That was 9. 9 ran the ball. Monte Blair. I think he just came out over here.
Okay.
Is he on the sideline right there, kneeling down?
Yeah.
So Blair on the run, he had 8. A little shorter than what we saw for Kelly. Put Kelly, there we go. We apologize, didn't get rosters beforehand. They have a timeout on the field, and we should get one as well to get our rosters right. But we're here for you here on APS IS as they have a timeout with 6:29 here in the first quarter. 0-0, still your score. The Akron Public Schools pre-engineering program is among the best in the world. The robotics teams have been winners in the world and national tournaments, and it all starts here in the Akron Public School classrooms. Learn more at akronschools.com. APS IS also wants to thank the Peanut Shop for their support of Akron schools and athletics. The Peanut Shop, proudly serving the Akron area since the 1930s, providing outstanding candies, chocolates, nuts, and much, much more. So 4th down and 3 as the offense stays out there. Again, this I formation, and guess who is back in the backfield? Dodwell. And they are going to get, I'm not sure if it was movement.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's going to move them back 5. And now an easier 4th down and 3, which was already a stressful situation, turns into 4th down and 8 and gets it back to the 33-yard line. So they set up. I would look for number 10 at the top of your screen, Taylor. Will they try to go to? Will they try another deep play into the end zone? Nope, fakes it, hands it off, has some space, spins, stays on his feet, and gets the first down.
4th and 8.
And he makes up for it. Probably 9 yards on that carry and gets the first down. Great move as he shifted past the linebacker into the open space and gives them a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, great first drive for the Dragons as they have converted now on 3rd and 4th down and shoot up half of this first quarter clock. That one 4th and 8. Just follow the left side of that line. They did a great job on that wide side.
A little bit of a scuffle getting the ball out, but hands it to him. And Dotto will get about 7 on the carry. And sets up a 2nd and short situation.
Didn't look like he had a ton of real estate there, but he kind of followed the blocker and then one little burst to fall forward, get himself a couple extra yards. Nice job by this offensive line.
Well, and I like they've kept the playbook pretty simple, mostly running the ball left or right, but a couple of strikes in there to try to open up the passing game and some deep plays.
Yeah, now Firestone got to come up with a big stop here on 2nd and short.
5:30 left here in the first quarter. Still 0-0 as the linebackers shift to the bottom of your screen. I formation behind him. Looks to hand the ball off. Dodwell goes right through that line and gets to the secondary area, sticks the ball out, and he'll get 6 and get in close.
Great kick block by the fullback, number 24, Brandon Gates. He's creating a lot of holes for Dowdell to run through. He's basically just reading his fullback. Just smash mouth football right now.
So 1st and goal from the 8.
5 rushing first downs on this first drive. First and goal from about the farthest you can be away without getting a first down.
Looks to hand the ball off and not a whole lot of place to go.
That was a different runner there.
Not sure who that would be. I thought it was 10 as he turned. I don't think.
I can get it for you here
10?
in a second.
Huh. I think it was. That would be Taylor rushing the ball.
Cheat here.
All right. Joe getting the binoculars as our angle here.
It was 21, I think.
21.
He's in there still, yeah.
Yeah, 21 would be Darrell Mitchell. Looks to hand the ball off right side.
Gets it again.
Gets it through. And he's going to get about 2 on that one. That's number 21. Yep.
So
Good pursuit.
Good pursuit there.
He's about 2. He's gotten 2 yards on each of the 2 carries. So from the 5-yard line down to 333.
Yeah, my phone's worthless for having a roster. It won't stay on. It's worthless.
I've just been holding my finger on it, so it thinks that I'll probably have no battery in about 20 minutes. But hopefully I'll know some players.
Second guy through. Too much pursuit there. Nice job by the Firestone defense.
Yeah. And they get right back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one for Mitchell.
Well, 4th and goal. Let's see what they're going to do here. They've taken it all the way down, and they've utilized the entire first quarter.
And Dotto comes back in as he trots back out. And I see him going left because I think a sprint to that corner pylon, I think the Dragons like their chances. That would be my guess. Such great speed and elusiveness we've seen on this first drive as it's eaten up a ton of time offensively. Looks to hand the ball off right side.
Trap. He's going to slip in. Oh.
And he gets in from 4 yards out.
Just over pursuit.
Monte Blair.
Over pursuit by Firestone there.
So with 2:21, he gets the 4-yard run.
Not like a 10-minute drive to start off the season, partner.
Well, I think that was really good pacing because it got kind of some of the rust off as they were able to get going on it and kind of get their feet wet of getting back to football.
How about a 16-play drive to start your season? Some teams don't get 16 touches in the first half.
So they will look to add on to this one with the extra point, and the offense will stay out, so going for 2. Not unheard of, certainly, here in the Akron City Series. The Falcons seem a bit confused. They try and get down and get this snap. They do. Right on through. And Dowdell gets the 2-point conversion. Dowdell with a 2-point conversion, and it makes it 8-0 here in the first quarter. Akron Public Schools offering the best and most affordable early learning and preschool, pre-kindergarten education in the area. Go to Akron Schools to come and learn more about it. APS-IS also thanks Alco for their support of the Akron schools and athletics. Alco Solutions for a cleaner environment as the best janitorial equipment supplier in Akron. So a very long drive taking up much of this first quarter and allowed the rust to kind of shake off here for the East Dragons. On the other end, the Firestone Falcons got the rust shaken off and about 8 points put on for the defense, but now they get to come back out and trying to get their offensive gait. Do you think that's helpful that East was, one, able to use up so much time offensively and get a score, and now a lot of those players playing both sides will come back to play defense?
Yeah, helpful for them, and Firestone so close. They did such a good job on second and third down to stuff them there, but or first and second down, and then they gave up the half the chunk on third, and then the big one was the fourth and 8 off tackle run, though. That's the big one where they really had him in a good spot. Needed to dare him to throw the football there.
Kick hits the turf and returned at the 10-yard line as he goes straight up the hole, does Knight, and he'll go down at the 28-yard line as Alex Knight on the return for the Falcons.
Nice little return there to get him out of no man's land. Such a weird time of year. Several teams playing their first game tonight, Dave. Some teams on their third game.
Well, I overall, I mean, in talking with the coaches, as we'll get to the East coach here at Coach Hayes at the end of this first quarter, you know, it's a condensed schedule to start the season, but now that the season started, it's kind of back to the regular schedule, which is good.
There's some tight splits for the offense. I mean, tight.
He looks to hand the ball off, and it didn't go anywhere. Your quarterback is going to be Prince Winchester.
Yep.
The junior.
On that run was number 17, Xavier Line. Give him generously the line of scrimmage there. I don't know if he ever got to it, but they'll take it at this point.
So 2nd and 10, as this offense now needs to get settled in and back to their basics. Top of your screen is going to be Jack Vaught, number 22. And that defensive line is all the way through there.
Oh.
And they eat up who was back there. And that's a tough one for Stevens. Jody Stevens had nowhere to go on that one.
No.
So he's going to lose
what number was
7.
Stevens?
6.
Oh, 6. Yeah.
Oh, boy. So third down and 16 as that defensive line flew through, and they're going to take a timeout to talk about that play, and rightfully so.
And as you know, this defensive line, East, puts out a D1 player about for the last 4 or 5 years, and they have a considerable size advantage, and they're coming off the ball like they're rested right now.
And they're exploding through. They want to talk about that one. During our break, I want to let you know, connecting the community to the classroom, that's what Akron Public School has, and they have hundreds of businesses, organizations, and foundations supporting its students and families each year. Learn more at akronschools.com. Also, APS-IS wants to thank Kohl's Garage Incorporation for their support of Akron Schools and Athletics. Kohl's Garage Incorporation providing comprehensive auto repair at affordable prices to get you back on the road, and they've been doing it for over 40 years. 0-0 as we're about a minute 6 away from the end of this first quarter. At the break, we'll be able to talk with Coach Hayes of the East Dragons as to what it's been like to coach his players behind the mask of this football season. And certainly they're happy to be back out on the field and getting some normalcy that's been right here under the lights here on a Thursday night. Motion comes to the top of your screen and looked like it handed off to the motion person.
Lost a shoe and a couple yards.
And it went to number 23, Darren Postway. And Postway really, one of the premier players they were expecting to perform certainly well tonight.
Well, yeah, they had nowhere to go there, partner, except they forced him laterally, and he didn't have a chance to turn it up. Got almost actually a good run to just lose a yard there with the pursuit. Well, if they're going to have to punt this one before the end of the quarter. Yes, they are.
I think they are. Snap is caught and kicked away.
A
Butte goes behind him by 20 yards, takes a bounce towards him, picked up at the 24-yard line, and he returns down the right side. Running out of space as they take him down, and he'll get to the 48-yard line. So a nice return of 27 yards. And still picking up players down there as there's a big hit laid on by number 2 of the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those ones where you deliver a big hit, does Howard Anderson, but you also were part of the big hit. So they'll take over, and that will end our first quarter, it looks like, as time has expired for them. So they're going to come back to the sideline to talk about it a little bit. While we have this break, we were able to speak with Coach Hayes of the East Dragons about his season. We'll bring that to you here now.
Coach, tell me a little bit about what the preparation has been like this year. It's different than any other year, what you guys have gone through and where you're at today.
I think we're just excited to be out here today because we didn't think that we were going to possibly even have this opportunity to play. So with everything that's happened with this COVID and the virus and the stopping and the starting, we got some great kids out here. So we're just blessed, really, to be able to have these guys to come out here with their parents' blessings to come out here to play the game that they love. It's a tight schedule, though. That is, I will have to admit, it's a tight schedule trying to get them ready for the game. I think we've really only had kind of like maybe like a week and a half, close to 2 weeks maybe, after like a 4-week layoff. But at the same time, we had did a lot during the summertime with preparation and things like that. So when we did get a chance to come back, our guys were ready to go. They were excited to go. So again, we didn't think we were going to be here tonight. So I'm just taking it all in. I'm happy for the kids.
Well said by Coach Hayes.
So they go back the other way as we start the second quarter here.
Oh, we got a man down still on the sideline, but they haven't gotten him far enough off the field, so we're going to take a little break till they can get him all the way off the field.
And the offense comes back out after a quick 3 and out by the Falcons.
It's Trayvon McFadden is the injured Firestone Falcon over there on the far sideline. Looks like we can take a break maybe, partner.
Oh, I got plenty of
you got some more sound.
Of course. So
this might be a while. Story of the first quarter, 16 plays ran for East on a drive, 1 drive for each team, and a 3 and out for Firestone. That's where we're at right now, 8-0. All Dragons thus far.
We'll go back to Coach Hayes.
Is there a player that we should be watching for in tonight's broadcast that really has made some strides that you think will have a good year this year for you?
You know, we're going to be young. We're going to be young out here today. So again, it's multiple guys, and I'm waiting to see what they're going to do. So I don't have anybody that I can just pinpoint right now. I'm anxious to see the game. I'm anxious to see how these guys are going to perform with the lights on and against a different colored jersey. So maybe after the game, I'll have a different answer.
Now, have the players do they do any differently since you're barking out orders behind a mask?
You know, this whole summer has been kind of like what we call the new normal. You know, every day you're signing them in, you know, almost like they're going to a doctor's appointment, and you're making sure you're constantly telling them to spread out and do things a little bit differently. But you know what? They've agreed to everything, you know, and they're doing it. So we got some great kids here in Akron Public Schools. We got some great kids here for East Dragons. And like I said, you know, they're just ready to get rolling.
Thank you.
So that was Coach Hayes from the East Dragons, still attending our player at the top of our screen as we have an injury timeout. So we are going to take an extended break since we're still looking at the injury timeout. So we'll take a break here on APS IS, and Dave Schick, Joe Pacansky will bring you back as the action returns on the field here. All right, as we come back to action here at APS IS, we certainly want to wish well Traval McFadden, who was taken off the field. We think on the kickoff return, he hit with his own teammate Howard Anderson would be our recollection from the kickoff return. But medical staff is attending to him. We certainly wish him well. We get back to football here on APS IS. Is first down and 10. They hand the ball off, and it's a big gain, and it's a race to the end zone.
He's gone.
Boom, boom, boom. 48 yards out. He runs it in, and Dodwell gets his own touchdown here in the second quarter.
Well, it took him a long time to score in the first quarter, and not long at all to score in the second quarter. One play drive that time. Dowdell with his 9th carry, and he's approaching 100 yards now, partner, so he's just putting in that workman-like performance.
All right, so they'll set up for a 2-point conversion. And certainly we had a long overlay there as they attended to the Firestone player who'll be leaving the field in an ambulance. But that certainly upset kind of the flow that we had going on. And the Dragons capitalized by giving it to the big running horse out of the back, Dodell. And off he went for 48 yards for the touchdown. It took 11 seconds of that time to get moving, and now we have a flag out.
That's going to be a delay game.
Yeah, a little slow coming out, so they'll be farther back for this 2-point conversion.
Delay a game, that'll be
3.
Take them down to the 8.
Yeah. Dodell off the field. So certainly we'd probably be looking at Ron and Kelly in the backfield, and they'll set back up even though they used up all their time before. And they're going to be from the 8-yard line for this 2-point conversion. Setting things up. I'll be watching at the bottom of your screen where Dennis Reynolds is, the big tight end. They go back into an I formation. And we got another flag, and we got motion on the offensive line. So now we're almost back into Dodell territory where you might need to bring him back out.
They're giving room for the offense to operate here, that's all.
He's still on the sideline. That was some humor for you here, and it looks like, I thought we were going to take a timeout as he came over.
And the flow is gone.
It slowed right back down. Joe and I talked over the break that the cadence certainly of the first quarter was pretty quick. And now the second quarter, after injuries and penalties certainly here, have slowed it back down. Looking to pass, left side, puts it up in the corner. He's got a man there, but slightly overthrown again.
You called it. Reynolds, who was open. Just a little bit too much on that one.
I'm not sure that was...
Yeah.
That was Taylor.
Yeah,
Taylor.
Dakota Taylor, you're right.
So 2 incompletions so far for Holly. Holly out of the gun. But they'll kick the ball back to the Falcons, who went 3 and out in the first quarter and used up about 15 seconds of offensive time as they ate them all up.
That's a coffin corner over there.
And now the reflection. I can just see myself in our press box here.
Looking good. Looking good. I am. I don't know about you.
Ho, ho, ho. So looking to kick this one off.
We're going to. And I'm out. Am I
Yeah,
back? I'm
did
out.
not have a ball.
I'm out.
I can hear you. Can't hear yourself.
I can't hear you or me.
Oh.
How about, now I can.
Oh, you got to set it and forget it. Don't touch it anymore. Got excited over there on the big run, moving stuff around. All right, looking to kick this one off here.
Smack it.
In the
Just kidding. Just kidding.
top
Peter.
of the second quarter. And Holly gonna kick it.
Why not?
Throw it,
run
kicker.
Kick it.
Line kick, squib kick, hits him right at his feet. And he'll pick it up at the 18. Come back to the middle, has some space. Keeps going over. He's at midfield. Big tackle and taken down. And he gets back to the 50-yard line. And taken down by Dakota Taylor. A 30-yard return almost. As he made up for it, getting kicked out in the shin pretty much.
And
so they'll take over with good field position here at midfield.
And Postway showing what he can do with the crease there. Didn't have much of a crease, but he got into it and built a lot like Darren Sproles from the pros, from the Eagles and the Saints and the many teams he's played for, San Diego.
Well, and he didn't really get, I mean, none of the offense really got into any rhythm in their first series, so now trying to get it going here on their second series out, and they'll have, guess who, Postway in the backfield, and a timeout already. Oh, boy. So they'll take a timeout to talk things over as we were just about getting ready to going, and we'll get back to stopping. During the stoppage, I want to let you know graduation rates are climbing at the Akron Public Schools as they transform high schools by strengthening the connection of learning in the classroom with what students may pursue after graduation, making learning more meaningful. It starts at the College and Career Academics of Akron at akronschools.com. Our year games coming up for you here on APSIS. Our next broadcast will have the North Vikings versus the Firestone Falcons again here as we continue our coverage of Akron City Series football. Joe Bukansky and Dave Schick here on APSIS. Certainly can always check our highlights and so forth. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Catch them all for your APS sports action. YouTube is Akron Schools as they look to start off with a loss. Again, that defensive line coming through hard and heavy and comes up with a loss of 1 yard for Postway.
That was actually, I think they gave that to the upback, Obang, number 32. Yeah, he's coming off.
Okay, sorry.
No, you were multitasking. Xander Obang, he took the handoff and didn't have a chance to go anywhere.
So Postway, only one carry so far in the game. Look to see where he'll line up, and he lines up near the top of your screen, it looks like, in the flank. Moves people in motion, hands the ball off, and right on through and taken down. Almost took the handoff, was number 6 for the Dragons, and nowhere to go for Stevens as he's going to lose another 5 yards.
That's back-to-back tackles for number 24, the Dragons, and he's coming untouched.
There is so much speed that even as he was coming, moved back to get this end-around play, but it got hit by the tractor trailer coming through.
Yeah, this young defense dominant so far.
3rd down and 15 as they have yet to have any positive plays from scrimmage on offense.
Yeah, unfortunately on the tackle, got banged up. Looks like maybe left arm on the turf. Ran off the field, but he's going to be attended to by the training staff.
3rd down and 15 as we're at 9:51 here in the second quarter. Find themselves down 2 touchdowns. Ball's dropped. And the fumble looks to be recovered by the Falcons.
Quarterback got it back. So that's another loss of a yard.
Winchester dives on it, keeps the possession. And it'll make 4th down and 16 as they look to punt this one away. Back to kick is going to be Chris Pronagrace.
6 plays, negative 14 yards so far for the Falcons. No positive yardage plays. Just dominating defense by the Dragons.
As they look to kick this one away, 2 back here to catch it right around the 15-yard line. High snap, caught and kicked away high, right in the middle of the field. He's going to come up and catch it. He gets it and will be taken down. A good solo tackle by Leland Brucey.
Yeah, and a nice job coming to get it to. Probably saved his team. Didn't get much on the return, but probably saved his team 10 to 15 yards and being pinned. East, because of that good special teams play, going to take the ball on the 30-yard line instead of maybe the 15.
So look over to take on their 3rd possession. So far a very long time of possession in the first quarter that resulted in a touchdown, and then first play from scrimmage in the second quarter, that one went for a touchdown as well, giving them this lead of 14-0. Bottom of your screen is going to be Taylor. Split back, looks to hand the ball off and met at the line of scrimmage. And Dodell nowhere to go on his 10th carry.
Nothing doing on that one. Good penetration by the defense.
Certainly a good partnership when you look at what the Ellet Orangemen have done, having the orange of the Browns and now the Browns logo as part of their partnership with the Cleveland Browns that help pay for the AstroTurf that many of the students will be using here, as the Ellet football stadium will be used for all the games that we'll be covering here on APSIS and for much of the student body. And we'll have a timeout by the Dragons as well to talk things over on their end. The International Baccalaureate program, or the IB, is now integrated into many of the Akron Public Schools for accelerated classes and even more challenging learning. Go to akronschools.com to find out more about that program. 20-plus thousand students at the Akron Public Schools make APS the 5th largest urban district in Ohio and the top performing among the 8th largest urban districts in the state. Check more out at akronschools.com. APSIS also wants to thank the Carmen Studio Photography Incorporation for their support of Akron Schools and Athletics. Carmen Studio Photography, a full-service professional photography studio servicing Northeast Ohio for over 50 years. 8:02 left here in the second quarter, and certainly a tale of 2 sides of the coin, as it looks like the Dragons are playing their way into shape, and the Falcons finding it hard to find any shape.
Yeah, you know, it's in both teams. The pace is about what we expected. Some miscues, especially timing-wise, with some jumping offsides and that. We've had to see some timeouts because teams just aren't getting plays in, and that's what you're going to expect with not only a delay but no scrimmages really for these teams either. This is it. This is their first dry run here.
Looking to hand the ball off, left side, comes back and loses 5 as he tries to bounce out the outside, and that one going to be Blair, who had the touchdown in the first quarter, not able to get anywhere going. Monte Blair, the sophomore.
Number 43, Carlo Johnson on the takedown there. So big loss when we have a 3rd and 15. A chance to get a 3 and out here for the Falcons. They desperately need to get off the field, get their offense back on the field with a shorter field to work with. Well,
and at this point, you're losing the scoring game right now, but you can certainly take little victories here or there wherever you can find them to kind of get that run and energy back up for the Falcons on both sides of the ball. One wide receiver at the bottom of your screen, and that's going to be Dakota Taylor. We've seen them use Sun. They go back to the running play. He gets through the line, stutter steps, and he's still on his feet. I thought he was going down, but he did not. They're going to give him 5 on the forward progress. And it looks like
that was Blair again. Got the 5 back. Got a conservative call on 3rd and long, but it worked before, and it looks like East is going to have to punt.
Set up to punt. Back to catch this one is going to be Alex Knight and Jody Stevens. Really the first punt that they've had so far this game. Snap a little off to the side, catches it, kicks it away.
Lefty booms it.
High kick, picked up at the 32, but he dropped it, and they're there to recover it at the 32-yard line. So they're playing the field position game here in the second quarter as the Falcons take over for their 4th possession.
2 things that was problematic there is he didn't turn to run. He was backpedaling, and then he let the ball get into his pads. And good bounce, though, for the Falcons as they retain possession off the muff. They get it back. See if they can get their first down in the ball game.
So 2 possessions, 2 punts, 3 and outs. Both of them marred by negative play. They've had some good plays from the special teams, both defensively and not that catch there, but they've been able to do some things. It's just putting it together for an offensive series. Looking to do it here. 1st and 10 from the 34, and nowhere to go. He's going to have a sack about 5 yards back. No matter how many times you blow the whistle, they still want to pick it up and head to the end zone.
They're coming right up the gut untouched. I mean, Firestone's going to have to get in their way a little bit because Winchester didn't even have a chance to drop back there. And Winchester, I feel your pain. I've been there. Just no chance to go anywhere on 1st down.
And who is that coming through? Was that number 33 that came
Everybody.
through? I think it's Cameron Cozy.
They're not picking up this blitzing linebackers. They haven't picked them up one time.
He only lost 3.
Yeah.
Which is generous.
That's 5 more.
And now we have a false start.
That's their first penalty only. We'll take it back to about 2nd and 17.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I ripped my paper.
This has the feel of a scrimmage game, just because that's where these teams are at right now. Obviously, East ahead of most teams in this league. East and Bookville the favorites once again. Little trap play. There's
Another
some
5.
positive yardage, but it's coming back.
Oh boy.
That's in the area of holding.
I think they both had it.
Chop block, and that's going to take them back 15.
Next game for us here on APS-IS is going to be the North Vikings versus the Firestone Falcons. And we'll continue our coverage as we continue both of these teams. We'll have the following week, we'll have Kenmore Garfield versus East. So kind of a preview of where these 2 teams are. We can continue to kind of track how they do next week again, seeing how the Falcons respond after their first game. And then 2 weeks later, we'll have the East Dragons in what should be a very good game versus Kenmore Garfield. And then we just keep looking at it of what where the teams will be. As we'll cover them all here on APSIS, your home of the Akron City Series Conference.
Yep, 2nd and 31 now for the Falcons.
Oh boy. Well, they
right where you wanna be.
might be forced into passing something now. And
Fumble
it looked
snap.
like there was a fumble.
It was. Turnover. Sanders with the fumble recovery. He's been all over the place. So now a short field for the Dragons.
Fumble recovery is going to give them the ball at the 10. So 3 possessions, no positive yards anywhere, and they've had 2 punts and a fumble. That's a recipe for trouble. But when we talk about the strength of schedule, certainly came out here against the very good East Dragons. Next week, probably a little more on par going against the North Vikings, seeing how those two teams have developed. But all over, you had some players that, may not have come back because, the parents aren't comfortable or they're not comfortable or doing other things. This one's going right up the gut, and he'll be close, I think about a yard away.
Yeah, got to about the 1.
And he wanted it, too, because he was stretching for the touchdown.
He hit the hole pretty hard, too.
Second.
114 yards now on 10 carries for Dowdell.
He was just outside the 10, so it'll be 2nd down and 1.
They go quick.
And it looks like he fell over and into it, but the marker is short. Was that
No
Dowdell
gain there.
again?
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that one. They went quick.
They do have that quick snap that we've seen where they don't let the defense set up. They come in with a play, and then they're basically running 2 plays back to back. And
Lots of times they'll go with the same play when they do that, too. They just go direct so everybody knows what they're doing.
And Dowdell's going to come out. So it'll be interesting to see whether they go with Blair, maybe Kelly or Mitchell. And it looks like Kelly in the backfield. So presumably
Blair,
with him,
maybe.
number 24 is fullback right in front of him. Wherever he goes, I presume Kelly will follow suit. Kelly goes right of center. He goes right of center, and they're going to give him the touchdown signal from 1 yard out. So with 2:30 here left in the second quarter, they get a nice short field of 10 yards.
And they take advantage.
And they get it in as Kelly runs from 1 yard out for the touchdown. And they set up for the 2-point conversion. And really, even if Dowdell was out there, I think he would be just a distraction if you lined him up at the top or end of the field somewhere.
Yeah, they tried to throw it to him one time.
And they went to the fullback there inside, and he got it. Number 24 with the 3-yard run for the 2-point conversion.